It's 2 o'clock. We'll be starting in a few minutes. If anybody else has gotten on, please say your name and the state you're calling from.
Hey, Mark.
I'm here, James.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And then
Okay,
it is being pre-recorded.
wonderful.
All right, so let's go.
Yeah, so anybody that's on the call, I want to welcome you. This is James Wiggins, who's going to be doing the call today. He's our leader, and I've been in the industry for over 35 years, and I've built some really big business around the world, but nothing like this. It's just so easy, and it's just amazing. You can come in for $25 and you can build yourself a wonderful income. So it's for everybody. So you were at the right place at the right time, and I'm going to turn it over to James, who's going to explain what's going on here. And I want to thank you, James, for all that you've done and for bringing me into this beautiful opportunity. So, James, it's all yours, brother.
All right, but can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, great. Well, I know we're streaming live on YouTube, and we may have some technical difficulties, which is typical. But I want to welcome you guys, and let me know if you can see me clear, Mark.
Yes, James. Yes, right. James.
Okay, great. So I want to, first of all, welcome you to our training today of Ingreso Cybernetico. My name is James Wiggins, and man, I am excited about this program. Why? Because it's a simple program. Why? Because it's only $5 to start, and you can earn and build your way up to $12,500. Literally cycle on each level all day long and earn Bitcoin all day long. That's one of the reasons. Okay. The other reason is so many people are winning. So many people are earning. So, Mark, if you can, could you mute your phone?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. So what I want to do, the first piece to it is kind of do a brief training on how we're building. We're building online completely through Facebook and social media, and we're allowing those Facebook groups to help us build. So, the first step, once you become active here, we put up what's called a daily Facebook post, okay? And with that Facebook post, there's a call of action. So kind of give you an example, turn $25 into $12,500. For more information, type ready. When they type ready, we add them into the second step. You send them to the Facebook Messenger, which is our Team Freedom Interested Messenger group. Now, whoever sponsored you, if you're on Facebook, they should have added you into that group. So now you have the ability, when you have interested people online or people that you know interested, you can add them in a group. Why? Because the group does the work for you. They'll see so many people cycling. Like yesterday, I think it was 62 people in our team cycle. When you're talking about 62 people earning Bitcoin from $25 up to, I don't know, 3,000 or 5,000 or whatever, that's massive. Okay, so people need to see that. And also add it to our Facebook group page. That's where we do the welcoming. When new people get started, we welcome them there, and they can see, again, more action and more things that's happening. And step 3 is follow up. So once they do that call of action and they're ready to go, step 2, you want to add them to the Facebook Messenger group and our Facebook regular group, our team group, which is our Team Freedom Ingreso Cybernetico Facebook group. And then you want to follow up. Okay, and follow up 2-3 days. John, any more questions? You ready to get started? Let's get you going. Let's get you earning Bitcoin. Let's get you building. Once you follow up, enroll them, and then you want to welcome them. Biggest deal is welcoming them in our Facebook group. Okay, and again, I'm going to be doing an actual PowerPoint presentation on this. I'm just waiting for all the PowerPoints to get built. First of all, I hate writing. And as far as building PowerPoint, that is just not my strength. So, but again, you want to enroll them and welcome them to the group. And you want to, post their picture, welcome them, and what levels they got started on. here in Ingreso. So that's basically how we build a team. Now, as you coach this, guess what happens? The duplication starts, and then you're cycling all day long. You're earning all day long, and it's a beautiful thing. So let's get into the training, okay? So I want to make it fast because it's going to be pre-recorded. I know a lot of people, if it's 45 minutes, oh my God, I'm not watching that. Even if you can make them $1 billion, you still won't do it. So let's get into the training, okay? So the first thing is I'm going to write down the levels, okay, that we have here in Ingreso. Okay, so level 1, of course, is a $25 level. That's called a feeder level. That's the level that you get started and you feed it to the program. Level 2 is $50. Level 3 is $100. Level 4 is $300. Level 5, $500. Level 6, $1,500. Level 7, $3,500 Bitcoin. Level 8, $7,500. Level 9, $12,500. Okay, so here are the levels 1 through 9. Okay, you can get started here at the $25 level and work your way literally up to $12,500. But if you have money and you have Bitcoin, I tell people all day long, don't get in. If you have the ability and you're serious about building, don't start at 25 bucks, right? Don't break yourself. Don't pull the rent money out. Don't kill the bank. But you want to get started at least these first 3 levels. And I'm going to explain to you why in a second. So let's talk about how the system works, how it works here at Ingreso. Each of these is a product. I'm not even going to the products today. We're working with someone that's going to be teaching how the products work. And the products are all internet marketing products, from funnels to we built your websites, all of that. So each of these levels represents internet marketing that you can utilize if you're in 10 other companies. Again, this is a way just to accumulate Bitcoin. All right. So let's talk about how it works. So this is you here. Okay. We're going to call you A. All right. A gets started at the $25 level. Okay. A introduces B. Now, this is what's called a 1 by 2 matrix. I made a lot of money in matrices that was a lot harder than this. I've never seen or experienced anything like this, and I'm going to explain to you why. When A introduced the opportunity to B, A immediately earns $25 in its wallet. This is a peer-to-peer program that is instant, okay? Instant. So you just made your money back. Now, let's say each of these are separate levels. So let's say you did the same thing and introduced C. C got started for $25. You now cycle, okay? So now you perform what's called a cycle. And when a cycle occurs, you now open up that level again. So now, here you go. You start all over again, clear board, with the ability to earn more money. Now, let's say you introduce D to the opportunity. D gets started. You just made another, guess what, $25 in Bitcoin, right? And let's say you introduce E to the opportunity, right? You just cycled again. And guess what? You're in position to earn for a 3rd time. Now, let's talk about what happens when B cycles. Now, let's say this is you brought 4 people to the opportunity. They got started. And let's say now B cycles. So B brings in F and G. Okay. So now B brought in F and G. So when B brought in F, B made $25. And then G cycled B. Okay. Now, guess what happens? It's called follow me. So B follows you back on your 3rd board, and guess what happens? You get paid another $25. So whenever these direct cycle, they come back and pay you again. Let's say C cycle, right? Guess what? C falls there. You didn't sponsor anybody new. C falls there, you cycled again. Now it's your fourth time in the matrix earning, and you have not come out of your pocket but that $25 one time. Now, D duplicates. Guess what? D falls here, pays you another $25. E duplicates. Guess what? E falls here, puts you back in position to earn another $25. You can earn $125 a day if you choose. Now, let's talk about how if you want to make a lot of Bitcoin, okay, a lot, you got to build. This is not a passive deal. You got to build, right? I recommend anyone you want to sponsor, before you start even thinking about giving people away, you want to sponsor 10 direct. Minimum 10, okay? Because here's the deal. Let's say these 10 cycle every day. So we're going to just put 10 circles here. So if those 10.
James, you're breaking up.
Okay, how about now? We're good?
Go ahead, talk.
We're good?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Those 10 cycles. If these 10 cycle, guess what happens? So let's say this is you. This person, and if they cycle once a day, just one time a day, let me show you how that looks. So they just cycled, they came and paid you $25. They cycled, they fell under, put you in position to earn again. They cycle, pay you another $25. They cycle, put you back in position again. They cycle, another $25. They cycle, put you back in position again. They cycle, another $25. They cycle, put you back in position again. They cycle, another $25. And they cycle, put you back in position again. So literally, if these 10 cycle one time a day, you would cycle 5 times a day. Okay? So I know people have strategies of you helping them get 2 and all that, but guess what? The further they get away from the matrix, the harder it is for you to cycle and earn. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is how do you move through this matrix. Okay? Now, again, if you start levels 1, 2, and 3, and everybody you sponsor does the same thing, you'll be cycling on all these levels throughout the day. So you can cycle here 10 times a day, 10 times a day, 10 times a day, and that'll pay you $1,750 every day. Okay? All the way down. So how do you move from 25 to 12,500? Okay. So let's say you get started again at the $25 level and you cycle twice. So you want to cycle 2 times here. That's going to pay you $50, which allows you to open up level 2. Once level 2 is open, you want to cycle 2 times here, which will make you $100, which allow you to open up level 3. Okay? Which is $100. Okay? Then on level 3, you're going to have to cycle, because the next level is 300, you're going to have to cycle three times. That'll give you $300. And now you can open up level 4. Okay? I'm going to stop right there. Now, let's say all these levels are open. You can literally cycle on these levels all day long if your team is building the same way you're building. And what I'm seeing is people are cycling 5 times a day, but they're cycling here at the 25, which isn't bad. But if they had maybe said, hey, look, let's get started at levels 1, 2, and 3, and everybody did that, guess what? They would be making 175 5 times a day. Okay? So that's a big difference with the same amount of effort that you're putting out, right? Now, you can ride this matrix all the way to 12,500. And let's say you do that, right? So everybody, you plus 2, them plus 2. Everybody just bringing in 2, which is duplicating and putting everybody back in position to earn. You literally can have all these going all day long where you could cycle here once a day, twice a day, let's say twice a day, let's say 3 times, let's say 4 times. And up here, if you're down here and you're cycling like that, up here you're probably cycling 10 times a day, 15 times, 20, and 40. Why? Because most people come in through the feeder level and it feeds it down. So you're not going to cycle as many times here as you would here. But let's add this up, 12, 5, 7, 5. Right there is 20,000, 25,000, 25, 8. Right here is literally 29 grand. Now, what if you did that? If you just cycle this system once a week, you're making 120 grand a month. So it's the name of the game is, this is great to get started, and this is great for people that's earning. But let's get down here in these levels. Let's take it down here in these levels. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this training today. I hope this helped. I will be posting this in the groups because I know, we're having some technical issues, but it's okay. And Mark, if you're on there, can you talk a little bit about what's going on in your organization?
I will, James. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I've only been in it for about 3 weeks, and it's unbelievable. I mean, I'm cycling 2-3 times a day. I brought in somebody we just had a Zoom yesterday. We had about 10 people on there, and they're all jumping in. Everybody's excited because it's $25, but a lot of the people are coming in for the 175 because, like James says, it's the same amount of work.
Absolutely. So guys, I just want to thank you for tuning in, and this training will be uploaded, and I'll put this in the group immediately. Have a good one.